Lady Lily back with another video, and this is the Housewives of Potomac, season 4, episode 12. God, is it Goodwill Hunting? So the show opens up with dun 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 dun. The charges against Michael have been dropped. Yes, I repeat, the charges, the allegations against Michael Darby has been dropped. So they show the girls and their various one-on-ones and montages, and they feel like that he, got off and he paid his way and he had privileges. And they were saying just because the charges got dropped doesn't mean you didn't do it. It's just proof that there was not enough evidence. So the girls are like, we ain't buying it. We're not feeling it. So Ashley is saging at home. She's saging her house because she is trying to remove all the negative energy, and her and Michael have to get ready for an interview with Fox 5. Michael has agreed to do the interview to pretty much set the record straight and tell his side of the story. Ashley end up calling her mom for support and encouragement, and her mom definitely is, giving Ashley the love and support that she needs. Raven is home, and her and Karen are sorting through clothes and talking and looking at old videos of Karen's parents, and she was mentioning that Raven had sung Amazing Grace at her mother's funeral. And, of course, nobody got it and recorded, but she was telling her friend, recording artist and producer Macy Gray, about it. And she was saying that she would be willing to invite Raven into the studio and, do a studio session and see where she at with her voice. And Macy Gray and Karen are good friends. In fact, Macy's daughter is an artist. Macy Gray's daughter is an artist, and she is in the process of doing a painting for Karen. So they both are good friends, and they both support each other's daughters. Giselle is getting ready to be petty. She has popcorn, and she is in front of the tube, and she's ready to watch and critique and judge Michael and Ashley's interview with Fox 5. So she's just being petty McWetty anyway. Giselle is saying, why are they sitting apart? And she said, oh, so the cameraman bumped into Michael. So you don't think with him bumping into Michael that Michael wasn't going to touch him? And Giselle was just like, yeah, I'm still not buying it. It is what it is. And she's going to believe what she believes. Monique is at a recorder studio because she is getting ready to record her intro for her 3rd season of her podcast, Not for Lazy Moms. So she's doing a rap intro, and the engineer was like, "Oh, you're really, good at this." And she said, she told him that she was at one point trying to pursue a rap career. Ashley comes and joins Monique. And Ashley says she is really grateful for Monique's friendship. She says she feels like she's been the most consistent one throughout this progress. So, whatever she's doing, she is, in support of her. They got on to the conversation about Candace, and Monique want to pull out receipts and show Ashley that she's not being petty. She shows her a whole text conversation that went down between her and Candace, and she was just showing her the whole entire conversation. She said, just make sure that I'm not being shady, unlike the other girls. So Robin is having a beauty night. She invited, her girls over. They're going to play in makeup and have drinks. And she said, being in a house full of men, she wants girl time. So she's looking to play in makeup, get drunk, and just be merry with her girls. So Robin was telling Katie and Giselle that she had to end up telling Juan about his surprise birthday party, because apparently he was going to do some work for a coach out of town for something, but she had to end up telling him, I was planning a surprise birthday for you. Juan is turning 40. So the conversation goes to Ashley, and Katie had mentioned that her and her boyfriend went out with Ashley and Michael. And she said Michael was telling her boyfriend, when I call you, make sure you pick up on the private phone. And it was like, the private phone? Why would he need to pick up on the private phone? So, yeah, that was weird. So, of course, it was like, Ashley's in denial. She's just, trying to be footloose and carefree about the whole thing. And Katie just up and said, Katie just up and said Ashley is stupid. She's just stupid, naive. And Giselle's like, well, I wouldn't go that far. But the girls really believe that maybe, just maybe, Michael and Ashley have an arrangement and they're just not saying anything. So from there, it goes to Raven and Karen. They show up for the studio session with Macy Gray. They decide to go ahead and record Amazing Grace because that's the song that Ashley sung at Karen's mother's funeral, which is her grandmother. She goes into the booth. She's trying to do the most. She's trying to do all this extra ad-libbing and stuff. And Macy told her, watch your tone, watch your pitch. Just be you. Don't be something extra. Just be you. So once she did that and mellow out, it sounded pretty good. And I agree with a lot of other people that reviewed. It was just saying if she was to get a coach and do some real vocal training, she can probably, go pretty far. Ashley is at home. Not Ashley, Monique is at home. She's getting ready, getting things together for the baby, because the baby is coming quickly and fast. So she's folding up the clothes. She was telling Chris she think this is going to be the end of the road for them and their baby making. And she said to make sure it's going to be the end of their baby making, she's going to, get rid of the clothes, sell stuff. And Chris like, well, what happens if we have a oops baby? She said, if we have a oops baby, you pretty much going to have to carry, because she's not. And they end up, so Chris was asking Monique about the Ashley and Michael interview. I think she said she really didn't see it, but she, through talks, of course, Michael was just saying it was a bump and whatnot. So the conversation goes to Candace, and Monique was saying she feel like Candace and Chris are just riding on, watching Ashley and Michael take a ride and crash and burn. Really don't think Chris is doing that per se. It's more so Candace. And then Chris was even saying, what's up with y'all relationship? Because I actually like Chris. We have a good time when we get together. And he said he feel like they need to work on bettering their relationship. And then from there is the day of Michael's 40th birthday, which is like a haunted forest, haunted house style theme party. Ashley and Michael are en route, and Michael just saying he's actually looking forward to having some fun. At first, Michael was not planning to go, but decided since it was for Juan, he would go, because he was kind of skeptical about being, in front of the girls. And then Ashley was just saying, well, how are you feeling? And he was like, I'm mixed emotions. And he did mention how that the allegations did affect some of his business deals. It really didn't take take money and business away, but it kind of delayed things, because actually his business partners and clients wanted to see what was going to be the outcome before they started to actually move forward in next steps of conducting business. So Giselle arrives on the grounds first, and apparently Robin and the kids and Juan are not there. So she's pretty much calling her. She arrives on the ground first, then Ashley and Michael. Giselle greets Ashley and Michael, and Giselle goes to say, "No charges, no charges. High five, high five." And Michael and Ashley is looking at her. Michael is looking like, really? And Ashley looking like, what the fuck? So they do a fake high five, and um, Giselle's like, "I'm just happy to report the news," and Michael was saying, there's really no news to report. Candace and Chris arrives next. They hugged Giselle, and they gave Mike and Ashley the dry ass hi and wave. Hi. So Mike and Ashley decides to go off and partake in the grounds and have some fun. Apparently, Monique and Chris is not going to make it because she was hosting some gala event, so she had other plans. Juan and Robin and the boys finally arrived after being considered late. It was nice to see that they was joined by Robin's parents and Juan's dad. His biological dad was there. It's nice to see that his dad is really making a conscious effort to be in Juan's life. So I just want to put a note out there. I mean, we haven't touched base on that since that last season, but it's really nice to see that Juan's dad is out there supporting him. Juan greets Michael, says really happy to see him, and just really giving him encouragement. He was like, you know what, it's done. Put it all in the past. Move forward. And he said, "I'm really happy you came and supported my day." So Karen comes. I think she's by herself. I didn't see Ray. And Juan is just really overall, he's appreciative. He's hugging everybody. He's grateful. He was, just, it was a production, and he hugged Robin. And he was just like, yeah, thank you. It's probably one of the better birthdays that he has had. So they go on into the haunted house to have a good time. So the cameras goes in there and it just showing them screaming and running and doing what you do when you normally go to a haunted house. So it seemed like it was such a great time. So after that, they go to have cake and refreshments, and the girls are talking, and they pretty much are asking, Ashley, how is Mike? And Ashley's like, well, Mike was skeptical about coming around you all because you all been shady. And just it's like, we feel like we ain't been shady. We would just really want to know what to do and how to respond and blah, blah, blah. But as we all say, Giselle's approach to everything was just simply messy and inappropriate. Ashley said that Giselle showed concern, but her concern is mixed with a little shade. Ashley tells the girls that out of all of them, Monique has been the most supportive, and she said she just want to confirm that Michael Darby is not gay. I repeat, as she said, Michael Darby is not gay. So from there, the screen go black, and it shows unseen production footage. So there's a camera, so you don't see all this taking place. You mostly hear the voices. So it was like a cameraman. He said, Mike said, "Hey bud, you all right?" And the camera's like, "Please don't do that, don't do that." And Mike said, "Oh, no problem." And then they rewind it and they showed it again. Dude said, "Hey," Mike said, "Hey bud, you all right?" And the camera said, please don't do that. They go to footage 3 hours later, and all you hear is say, Mike, it was like, I didn't, all you hear was Mike, "Hey Mike," he said, "I didn't touch your butt, I didn't touch your butt." And then it was like, Mike, no, hold on. And he said, "Come on, come on, I'll grab a beer." So that was the end of that. So Bravo even did a shady move. Bravo did a shady move by showing them some unseen footage. So I'm going to be curious as to see, how this plays out with this unseen footage. Is this going to reopen the case back up or what. So we shall see. I'm sorry I brought this late. I was out and about Sunday trying to enjoy this summertime shine, but I'm getting in nevertheless. So like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Have an awesome evening. Peace out.